Guys, hi, this is Rishali. Welcome to Vlogmas, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite books of 2023 which I read and which I loved. I did not read many books, but I tried my best to read and dive into as many genres as possible, and I've explored a lot and I've loved a lot, and I'm going to talk about it. Okay, and I'm going to recommend a few books which I loved a lot this year, and the first one is The Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead. If you love aviation, if you love something which is daring and is woman-centered and all of that, you will love this book. I had a hard copy of it because we had a fair after a long time in my city. Before that, where I used to go to get books like this and in the sale, that place was demolished, and I had to see which one I need to go to apart from ordering it from online or reading online, because other books I've read online, but I love to have some hard copies here and there, so I got this from Farewell. This is written by Maggie Shipstead. She is a columnist. She herself is an author and writer for sure, of course, and she has written for Condé Nast, CNN Traveler, and all of that. And she is really someone who have traveled a lot here and there, like on Antarctica here and there. And now also whenever I see her stories on different publishing platforms, they're really in depth, and she really enjoys her work. She is from New Zealand, like she has that background, and the story is about Marion Graves. Loved it, and I've also created a playlist for it, so if you would love to skim through it, you can do so. I have attached the link on my description page, so definitely, or about this page, you can go and check it out there. Loved it. I also made a collage inspired by the book, and I loved making it. This year I have made collages, like taking the whole US pilot years ago, decades ago, photos of it, the maps and all of that, and it was really big, and it felt good reading it. It did not feel like, oh, I have to read all of this. It was very entertaining to read. So definitely The Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead. It's on the top of my list today while recording this, and I'll recommend it. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna talk about is Yellowface. Okay, you will get the collage and playlist for this book as well on my Spotify. And this movie, this book is written by RF Kuang. So she is Asian American, and she knows what it takes to go into a publishing industry and make your mark being Asian and going to America and making your name, the way the diaspora is and all of that. She talks about it, and the opportunities. Something is robbed away from you, you don't get opportunity, and there is this jealousy, vigilante shit, in the words of Taylor Swift. And it is really a good book. So it is not something where you will feel very compassionate for the protagonist, but you will love it a lot. Okay, like you will love the layers it brings up and all of that. So I'll definitely recommend it if you love that kind of genre. I was like, okay, I need to grab it because I've joined a book club which is shit you should read about, and they recommended it and I read it. I went through her interviews, and she's a very articulative, shy person. She just got married, the author of this book, and yeah, loved it. Her new latest book has also dropped, and I can't wait to read that as well. The next book I'm going to talk about is On Death and Dying by Elizabeth Kübler Ross. So as you know, when we are adulting, we just need to get acquainted and address the mortality. Like, none of us is immortal, and we just can't pass a day and all of that, and how to take care of people, and us and people on the deathbed. So while adulting, I and a lot of people, of course, have to go through that period, and sometimes it is very important to have some sort of framework back of our mind from someone who sees it every day, who studies it every day, and can give us some tools into how to navigate it and how to help other people. Because it leads up to some sort of resentment and some sort of sadness, of course, and some sort of anger with the people we love, but we feel very angry at some moments when they need more care, but we feel rageful. And while we are tackling all of that and all of those dark moments, those dark feelings, which no one can really let go of ever, like we can't skip it at all. But this book is something which I feel when you get into your later 20s and in your 30s, this book will really help us to come to an acceptance to how aging occurs, how we all are going to age, and how we also need to see through things with a different lens, and how we can help others going through something as well. So this book is especially for someone who is in that field, who is actively in that field. But I loved reading it. I got a lot of insights from it. Some paragraphs were really really touching, and I think I wrote it somewhere in my book also. I would have loved to read it out here. I don't know where I've written it, but there was this paragraph which I really loved. I've wrote it down, have noted it down. But let's see. I will definitely recommend this book for sure. The next one is Silence by Thich Nhat. I hope I am pronouncing that name right, but I read this as an audiobook. This is available on YouTube also. I'll definitely recommend it. It's all about silence. Like, it's very important for me, maybe, but the importance of stillness, silence, and all of that. His meditations on it and how important it is. He talks about all of that, and it's literally all about silence and what it does to us and our mind, of course. You can see it. But I loved it. Like, if you love to dabble into something spiritual and insightful and something self-improvement-ish, this is the definitely you need to grab it. Like, these are the must-read meditations by the author. Okay, and the next one is Saucy 20s of April. This is by me. This is available on Kindle. This is the poetic compilation of all of it, and you can read it on Kindle. Okay, and it's of course saucy, so you'll enjoy it. I wanted to publish it with a publisher which were doing this price thing, like you give us this fees, we'll do everything for you. But then I was like, I researched on it, and they were pulling off other people's books which they published, and I was like, nah, I need to self-publish. So this is my independent published book, the poem book, the poetry book. So I would love if you will read it and drop a feedback there. And I loved it. And the next one I'm going to talk about is Women Seeing Women and Girls by Danielle Pender. This was also suggested by Shit You Should Read about Book Collab. And this is just the meditation of Danielle, how meditations on the moments she spent as an author post-divorce, and just observed a lot of things. And her playlist is amazing. I have listed all of the songs she listened to while writing this book, the character, in the playlist, which is available on Spotify. Okay, you will love it. I love making the collage for this also. And the book, why movie I'm saying, this book is also great and you should read it. Especially if you're a woman, you will relate to the chapters a lot. I guess it's around 14 chapters or so it is a very quick read, very instant read. I'll definitely recommend it. The next one I'm going to talk about is by Deborah L, Cost of Living. Beautiful book. Author weaves it so potently, and you will love it a lot, like the sacrifices we make and all of that. It is very well portrayed, and you should definitely give it a go and read it. Okay, this is just a short and sweet take of me, and I hope you love it, and thank you so much for joining in. Bye.